Well, good morning, guys. I am back out here on the Mississippi River. The Mississippi River is just on the other side of here. You can probably hear the barges running in the background. I ran past a couple of them on the way in. To get started out here this morning, I motored in here in the dark, and as it was getting daylight, I set out a whole bunch of noodles baited with that bluegill cut bait that I've got stacked up. And I've got those going right now, and I'm fixing to come down here and do a little bass fishing, see if I can't get on some white bass, some hybrids, some largemouth, some whatevers. Let's see how this goes. All right, guys, what I'm gonna do, this is an old dike that they put in here between the island and the mainland. And when the water gets to this level, it's just running over it. But there's slack water on the back side, and where this water runs through these gaps, that's where the white bass tend to ambush all their prey. So there'll be white bass in there, gar in there, drum in there, hybrids, largemouth, everything will be in here. So I'm gonna ease up in here. I'm gonna fish this side first, and I'm gonna go through and fish from the back side, which is probably where most of the fish are, but I don't wanna skip this side before I get over there. All right, guys, I'm on the back side now, just because I didn't wanna fight the current. And we'll see how many stripes we got in here. I'm running over gar every cast. There he was. First white bass of the day. Oops, fell off. So I got the first white bass on right here on the edge of the rocks. Fairly decent fish. Let's do that again. Got something. What is that? A little bitty white bass. Little guy. I know there's some bigger ones in here. They just got to find them. I'm gonna switch back over to this build bait for a minute just to see if getting down a little bit deeper doesn't do the trick. Gar. Too many of these guys. There's like, I don't know, 15 gar sitting right there. You got him. Oh, I got a white bass out of there. I was trying to catch one of those gar. The white bass must be sitting right underneath them. This is a big white bass. Woo. Yeah, it is. All right, guys, as far as white bass goes, that's a Donkey Kong. They don't get a whole lot bigger than that right there. All right, that's almost 18.5 inches long. That's how big that white bass is, 18.5 inches. Let's see if we can't get one a little bit bigger. I mean, if you just want to hang a gar, you don't have to do much, see? There are literally just tons of them right there. Got him. That's a white. Ooh, or a drum. That's a big fish, whatever it is. That's a white. It's not as big as that last one. You done, dude? All right, guys, that one's not quite as big as that last one. Still a really good white bass. And they're in here. It's just you got to contend with so many gars and get around the gars to catch the white bass, but the white bass are in there with them. I couldn't catch them on the rattle trap because the rattle trap was staying too close to the surface. But this bill bait will go right below the gar and allow the white bass to get it. All right, guys, let's talk about how these predatory fish hunt on the Mississippi River. Normally, what a lot of the bass do, largemouth, hybrids, white bass, stripers, all the same, they usually find somewhere where there's some current next to some slack water or some water that's not moving. And then they sit here like these gar, if you can actually see them. I don't know if you can see them or not, but they sit here in the water that's got less current, and they ambush the prey as the prey comes through the swift water. And so you can probably see the gar that are lined up right there, and then the white bass just hang out underneath it like that gar. Let go, buddy. Let go, buddy. There we go. And the predatory fish just sit there, and as that, there's bait fish everywhere. They're all down this bank. See, there's a little long nose gar right there. And sometimes they'll be over here, but more times than not, they sit like right here. See that gar hitting right there? See, watch, there's a short nose gar right there. See if we can't just see. You can get as many gars as you can handle. But I don't want you to take my bait. I got the line wrapped around his teeth. I'm gonna net this guy because he's about to cut my line. For those of you that are just curious, this is a long nose gar. And you see those teeth? That's a long nose gar. They're long and skinny mouth. I'll show you a short nose in a minute if I can hang one. So many gar. That's a white bass. Sweet. That's a big dude too. Oh man, I tried to horse him. I should have got the net. He popped off. That was another close to an 18-incher. Oop, I got that gar. That's another long nose. Come off, buddy. I don't want to deal with you. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to get him off. This is another long nose. Alright guys, my noodles have made it down here to me with the current. This one's got a fish. Let's see how big a fish it's got on it. It's got something on it. Oh, it's got a gar. Well, that was a short nose gar. And I was trying to catch the whole time. Right over here that's just disappeared. There it goes. That one's got a heavier fish on it. Let's see if we can't figure out what that one is. Could be a turtle. It's something pretty good size. Whoa! That is a big fish. That's got a big fish on it. I don't know what it is, but it's a big one. This noodle has got a pretty good sized catfish on it. He's probably going to yank this out of my hand. Oh, he broke off. Dang. Well, that was a really big fish. Suppose I'll bait it back up and throw it back out. Ooh. Definitely got a big fish. Ooh, yeah, it's a big something. It's a big one. Ooh, I'm gonna let him go, let him tire out, and then I'm gonna get him. That's a big fish. Let's see if we can't get him in. I'm gonna leave him where he can yank this noodle out of my hand if he needs to. Like that. See, he just yanked it. I don't want to put too much pressure on him. I don't have a rod to give flexibility there. He's not going anywhere, but he is a big dude. See if we can at least see him. Oh, wow. That is the world's biggest gar. My net is not big enough for this dude. All right, guys, I'm running jugs with cut bait, and I've caught a ginormous gar. I mean, I don't know how big this guy is, but he is giant. I mean, my boat is a 1548. So my boat is 48 inches wide, and this gar is about as wide as my boat. I mean, look at that. I'm gonna get him back in the water. There he goes. That one's already got a fish and I just threw it out. He's rolling, whatever he is. See if it's a catfish or another gar. Ooh, it is. Oh, it just came off. No, it didn't. It is heavy, whatever he is. Oh my God. That's one of the biggest catfish I've ever caught on the Mississippi River, ever. Wow. I hope he didn't just get off. It sure enough just stopped moving abruptly. I don't know, I got a really big net, but I don't think it's big enough. He's still on there. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to see if I can try and net this guy. I mean, this is a giant blue catfish. Look at that. This guy is a brute. Woo! Dang, that's a big catfish. If I can get him to stop spinning, I might can net him. Got him. Goodness gracious, I can't pull him over the edge. Goodness gracious. Let me wipe the water off for you guys. That is the biggest blue catfish I have ever caught on the Mississippi River. Let me see if I can't get you guys set up where you can see. This is a big catfish, guys. It's about all I can hold weight-wise. I don't want to hurt him. I want to get him back in the water, but look at what a brute. I've never had one where I struggled to hold him up before. I wish I had some scales, but I don't want to hurt him, so I'm going to put him back. That was too big. Guys, there were two noodles down here earlier that I was looking at from way back there, and now I'm only seeing the one. I don't know if he took it under or he went way down there or went out to the river. I'll have to find him on my way out. This one had a fish. It doesn't appear to have one anymore. We'll know when we grab it if it runs. Yeah, it's got something. Oh, it's got a gar. All right, guys, normally I wouldn't pull these in the boat, but I wanted you to see the difference between a short nose gar and a long nose gar. You can see obviously the snout is shorter, but it's wider like an alligator. Still got the same teeth in it though. One of them's moving around out in the middle, and one of them went back up into that log jam over there. Anytime they're yanking the whole noodle where it disappears, that's a really big fish. All right, he's coming right at me. See if I can grab him without falling in. Oh man, this one's on monofilament. I don't know if I can land it if he's too big. He is for sure a good sized fish. No, he's about a 15-pound blue or so. Now that is a good blue cat. All right, guys, this dude's trying to get away. I'm gonna go ahead and throw him back. He is a big dude, probably about a 15-pounder or so. Over 10 anyway. I know he's over 10. After that, I don't know. All right, guys, this is going to be a bit tricky. See if I can angle the camera down. Can you see how many gar are in there? Can you literally see how many gar are right here? I mean, look. I figure if there's any white bass below these gar, I might can get them from sitting right here. See if you can see that guy. Got him. See? There's literally like, I don't know, 50 gar sitting right here, but there'll be white bass in there underneath them. Man, he nailed it. Got him. Ooh, that's a big dude. Oh, he broke my bait off. Good thing I used a floater. I can go and get it. Dang it. All right, guys, can you see the bait fish? Look at how many bait fish are in there. That's why all these gars are in here. Look at them. Can you see all of them in there? That's why these gar are hanging out here. Those guys are so tiny. Look how big they are compared to my bait. That's what's all over the rivers, those little bitty fry. And compared to my bait, this bait could eat those. That's what that gar just did to my line. They are brutal on some fishing line. Got him. Another gar. Another short nose gar. See, guys, this is a relatively small short nose gar. The last thing you want to do is put your hands in there. Can you see those chompers? It's actually got a fish on it. Wow, look at that. It's got a flathead. Oh, he spit it. That was nuts. That was a pretty flathead. He wasn't hooked. Bait was too big. All right, guys, we're gonna go get that noodle right there. Something has got it moving. Can't really tell what it is. It's kind of like a turtle. Got him, whatever he is. Oh, it's a catfish. It's a channel cat. So I've had a couple of blues. I got a channel and I had that flathead back there. Hey, he got off. Good, I was fixing to unhook him. That was a pretty good channel. If I'd have netted him, I'd have had him. There's one of my noodles. I knew one of them came out here. I just couldn't figure out where it went. Let's see what this thing is. It's still on there. It's just a blue. This blue catfish went a long way with this noodle. All right, guys, I got this blue cat off. He's not overly big, but he's still a pretty big, pretty good sized blue cat. This guy took my noodle at least a quarter of a mile. That fish ran a long way with that noodle. I've never seen one do that. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video of me being out here on the Mississippi River. It's a beautiful day. There's a lot of barges out here. It is already getting hot. I haven't been fishing for very long. It is 8:52 and I'm headed in because it's getting warm quick. It's supposed to be 100 degrees today and I don't care to be out here when it's 100 and it's getting there quick. So I'm fixing to take it to the house. If you guys have any estimates on how big that catfish was, please let me know, because I suck at trying to guess the weight when they get over so big. He was over 50, I know that. I've caught one out of here that was 42 that was smaller than that guy, and that one was hard to pick up and hold. But anyways, you guys have a good one. I'll catch you next time.